Mondays are new. Oh, Yorkshire geek got stories for you. Favorite tricks beyond town's grass. Popcorn adventures on time. Magnificent Mondays with fire in our veins. Cinematic journeys, memories and chains. Geeky passion flowing pure and strong. In this world we all belong. Movies that war and stories that fight. From battles in space to tears in the eye. Epic tales, join those best. Drop the couch, join the quest. Magnificent Mondays with fire in our veins. Cinematic journeys, memories and chains. Geeky passion flowing pure and strong. In this world we all belong. Movies that war and stories that fight. From battles in space to tears in the eye. Epic tales, join those best. Drop the couch, join the quest. Magnificent Mondays with fire in our veins. Cinematic journeys, memories and chains. Geeky passion flowing pure and strong. In this world we all belong. Lights dim, low screens aglow. Toy takes us where dreams flow. Action heroes, villains, dark night. Every scene, hearts still light. Geek myths, giants rise and fall. Time machines, epic brawls. Mondays in blue, with geeks light. Fantasy realms to infinite heights.
Why does it keep doing that? I'm here. Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek. Welcome to episode 98. We're nearly at 100. I should do a special one for 100, shouldn't I? Anyway, I'll try and think of something. Welcome to episode 98 of Magnificent Mondays, and this week we're doing Deep Blue Sea. The other shark one. That's not a daft one. Like Sharknado, etc. The other serious shark movie, apart from Jaws and its sequels. But anyway, so that's what we're doing today. But before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Let's make sure we're live. Yes, we're live on YouTube. We're live on Rumble. He says, yes, we are. And we're live on Twitch. Don't know why I keep doing Twitch. But yes, we're live. And Windgrace is here saying, Monday Mo needs a theme song and a return. No, because I missed the positivity. Unless you read some of the comments on some of my videos. In which case, I'm bitter, apparently. But anyway. Windgrace says, rip off Stargate and just go Wormhole Extreme for your 100th. Maybe. We'll see. Or not. I'll think of something. I can't do like my all-time favourite films because I've done them already. Way back at the beginning of Magnificent Mondays. But anyway, I'll try and think of something special. Today's show is kind of special because it's the 26th anniversary. I think it is actually... hang on, let me check. Yes, it is actually the 26th anniversary of Deep Blue Sea, which was released on this day in 1999. Blimey. So, that makes you all feel old. But, so there we go. Where were we? I did the other stuff, didn't I? Right, explore the description for links for stuff like merch. I nearly went like that, but I ain't got any merch on. My books. There they are. Amazon Kindle and paperback. What else? My other websites and like mercuryrapids.co.uk, that old yorkshiregeek.co.uk. I think Mercury Rapids still does have a .com. I think that still works. What else? My other channels, my music channel, TOYG Music, and stuff like that. Windgrace says, yes, everyone was worried about Y2K when they watched this. I nearly said J then. Chris Jericho, Y2J. Anyway. Yes, there were, weren't there? There were back in the day. We were the end of the world, wasn't it? All the computers were going to turn on us and destroy the earth. Because they couldn't handle the rollover from 99 to 00. But nothing happened. Nothing happened. Not that we're aware of. Maybe we were kept from the truth and really all bad things happened, but we don't know about it. Whatever. Anyway, so that's by the by. All right, and social media links as well. And so there we go. Become a member. They get exclusive videos and early access videos on YouTube and stuff like that. And super chats and super thanks and super stickers, etc. Would be greatly appreciated. Where's Josh Temple when you need him? It's and his harpoon. We need him tonight, and he's not in. But yet, maybe he'll come in later. Right, so Deep Blue Sea from 1999, directed by Rennie Harlin. Who's done some good films and some not so good films, but I think he lives in China now, doesn't he? I'm sure I've seen it somewhere. He lives in China. Where is it? Does it say? Yes, moved to China in 2013. No, whenever. Where is it? He moved to China anyway at some point in the 2010s. And is he still there? I have no idea. But why did he move to China? I don't know. And of course, he was famously married to Gina Davis because they work on The Long Kiss Goodnight together and Cutthroat Island. Was that one of his films, Cutthroat Island? I can't remember. Or did somebody else do that? Filmography, let's have a look. Yes, he did do Cutthroat Island. Right, so, yeah, he did that. And obviously it did Cliffhanger, which we covered a couple of weeks ago. It stars Thomas Jane, Saffron Burrows, LL Cool J, Jacqueline McKenzie, Michael Rappaport, Stellan Skarsgård. Might have been the first film I ever saw Stellan Skarsgård in. Could have been. And Samuel L. Jackson. And a couple of other people. And it had a budget of... we'll say 80 million. It says 60 to 82 million. We'll say 80. And had a box office of 165 million. So I suppose it did all right. It did okay. And people generally seem to like this film. What's its critical response? Let's have a look. What do they say about it? 60% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So that's average, I suppose, isn't it? But people I've spoken to generally seem to like Deep Blue Sea. There's been 2 sequels. I've seen neither. I don't know if they're any good. I imagine they're not amazing. But you never know. Direct-to-video sequels. They could be the most amazing films I've ever seen. But you never know. Of course, I've not seen them. Speaking of Y2K, did you ever see that movie? Is it worth it? No, I've not seen it. I didn't even know there was a film. I didn't even know there was one. Deep Blue Sea. C3A. What would the second one be then? We'd have two eyes in the for the L's. Deep Blue Sea. I don't know. What would the fourth one be? Well, they'd change the A to a 4, wouldn't they? It'd be Deep Blue Sea, SEA4, wouldn't it? Or whatever. Right, so let's get on with it, shall we? We're not just going to watch the film. I haven't had a chance to watch this, by the way, today. I've got the Blu-ray here. I watched the audio commentary, but I've had like a busy day. It's been kind of annoying. And I haven't had a chance to sit and just watch the film like I usually like to do. I've watched the behind-the-scenes stuff, and I watched it with the audio commentary, so this should be fun. I'll probably remember nothing about it. But what the heck? In our review of this film, we're not just playing the film. People who keep putting comments on my videos saying, why don't you just play the film? Because I'm not Netflix. It's a YouTube channel. Yes, too deep to see. The water's all murky. It's too deep to see. Joking. Anyway, where were we? We're just going to go through the film in a series of stills. I'll try and we'll talk about it, and I'll give you my opinions about the film as we go, and any information that I kind of remember, if I remember it. I'm not just narrating the film, as some people seem to think. I know I do. I tell you what's going on, but I'll give you my thoughts on it as well as we go, for Christ's sake. But anyway, right, so let's get on with it, shall we? I shall pop myself down in the corner. Here I go. Are you ready? There I go. And we shall add this baby to the screen, and we shall... Hang on, I've muted it. Yep. Right. I'm with music for this film by Trevor Rabin. And it's alright, I suppose. It's one of those films, I think one of the first films I saw on DVD. So the music kind of sticks with me a bit. It kind of gives me a nostalgic feel. Similarly with Sleepy Hollow and films around this time. There's one of the first films I saw on DVD. So the menu comes on with the theme. And so that makes me feel all nostalgic. Right, we're off. The Warner Brothers logo. Oh, pardon me. So, make sure we are going. I've got a feeling tonight is going to end in disaster. I don't know, I've just got a weird feeling, but we'll see what happens. Right, off we go. Warner Brothers, and we should have the music playing from Trevor Rabin, the theme, which is kind of reminiscent of the Jaws theme. I'll just play a little bit, if it does it. It's like a high-pitched version. I know it's not super loud, but it's like dun 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 dun, dun but higher pitched. Whereas the Jaws theme was dun 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 dun, wasn't it? So there you go. So it's basically ripped off Jaws, hasn't it? Did anybody notice? Right. Anyway, there we go. We see a catamaran out on the sea. Oh, pants, I'm burping already. I don't know why. Anyway, so you go see a boat, and they're all having a party. It's a group of, I don't know, young adults, young people, young compared to me. They're probably all about Windgrace's age. But they're all having fun on their boat, and they spill some wine in the water. I'll probably not do it. I thought that was Chris Evans for a minute then, but no. So they're all having fun. There we go. They spill some wine because it's red wine. No UB40, thank you. But there it goes into the water. It's supposed to be like blood. Some people have said that's what attracts a shark. Attacks them, by the way, in a minute. That attracts the shark. I don't think so. I think it was just there as a visual reference to make it's supposed to look like blood. I don't think the shark were attracted to the blood. I think the shark were coming anyway. Must be the Catalina wine mixer. If you say so, Wingrace, I have no idea about wines or mixers or anything. I don't even like wine. I don't know. Anyway, they're all having fun anyway, listening to music and dancing and canoodling and all that stuff. Then suddenly, something hits their boat from beneath. What's going on? Is it Cthulhu? Is it the Loch Ness Monster? Maybe it's on its holidays. That's what I've never seen it. Never seen Step Brothers. I know of it, but I've never seen it. So I don't know. It's is it Will Ferrell? Is that Step Brothers? I can't remember. Anyway, so they've been attacked. A teddy bear ends up in the water. And look, it's a big old shark coming through. And they're all going, no, but don't worry, they'll be fine. They all fall in the water. I don't think any of them get eaten. But they think they're going to get eaten. But luckily, somebody arrives. There we go, we see Josh Temple's arrived with his harpoon. And fires it at the shark. Fires it 2 times at the shark. And they reel it in. And there he is, Thomas Jane, a.k.a. Super Tom. That's what Samuel L. Jackson calls him in the audio commentary. Well, he does I won't spoil it. Well, you've seen the film, haven't you? You've got to have seen the film. He's in half of the audio commentary for reasons, but he calls him Super Tom. Wingrace says Will Ferrell, see all right, and John C. Reilly, and my favourite Star Trek helmsman, Adam Scott. I know you like Adam Scott. I know Adam Scott's from like Krampus and all that. There's been loads of stuff. When were the helmsman in Star Trek? I'm trying to think now. I don't know. Or were he in Lower Decks? Did he do a voice? I don't know. But anyway, so there we go. So let's go back again. There we go. They've saved these people from this shark. Right. And then we cut to Los Angeles. Right. I've seen that film loads of times. I've never noticed. Never paid any. Because I'm paying attention to Worf in that bit. But fair enough. Justin's here. Hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Yes, it's fine. Although, as I said just before you arrived, I've got a feeling tonight's going to end in disaster. We'll see. We will see. Right, we're in Los Angeles. It's recovered well, hasn't it? It's just like, 3 years after it was destroyed by the aliens in Independence Day, but they've rebuilt the tower. Is it Tower Record? I don't know what they call the building. They've rebuilt it anyway. Because in my universe, it's in the same universe. In my mind, it's in the same universe. Oh, and there's that building there, isn't there, that used to feature in lots of sci-fi things, like Buck Rogers and I think Fantastic Voyage. It featured in that as well, didn't it? No, Fantastic Journey, not Fantastic Voyage. Fantastic. Anyway, a helicopter's arriving. And out gets Saffron Burrows. Right, and by the way, there we're on, obviously, some location shooting in Los Angeles. Maybe it's a CG helicopter, maybe it's a real one. I don't know. But when we land here, and Saffron Burrows gets out, they're actually on a stage. And that's on the same set I think they're on as where they filmed the main part of the location when we get to it, Aquatica. But they just filmed it, filmed it there and added in CG buildings in the background to make it look like Los Angeles. Anyway, so she's been told off by Samuel L. Jackson and Ronnie Cox, who's there, doesn't have any lines. But been told off because look, test shark escapes. Teens, they didn't look very teenish, did they? But anyway, narrowly avoid slaughter. Meanwhile, Mika Häkkinen's the Formula 1 champion, which he was in 1999. 1998, 1999. He was the 2-time Formula 1 world champion, but that's not Mika Häkkinen. I don't know who that is. It says there, but I can't read, it's too small. School test scores on the rise, so that's good. Firm helps victims deal with it. What, Pennywise? In that from Twin Peaks? Don't know. Do they mean Pennywise? It. By the way, it is it called Welcome to Derry? A new trailer's just dropped for that today. So give that a watch. Looks interesting. Near disaster at sea, as it says on that upside down paper. I don't know what that says. Is it in the Independent Post? Is that what that says? Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, so she's been told off by the company that she works for, Chimera something or other, which is run by Samuel L. Jackson and whoever Ronnie Cox is playing. Does he have a name in this film? Let's look on IMDb. Ronnie Cox. I don't think he's even credited. No, it's just executive, Franklin's boss, uncredited. Why is he there? Is it a favour? Was he just on set that day? Were he visiting? Is he a friend of Samuel L. Jackson or Rennie Harlin? I don't know. But he's there, just sitting there, not saying anything. Basically looking like he's got Alzheimer's, which is what this film's all about. Cobra Chimera. I don't know. Is that from G.I. Joe? I don't know. So anyway, so she's been told off about that, but she said, "No, everything's under control. We got it back. Nobody died." But he wants to know it's basically Jurassic Park now. By the way, they don't think her research is going well, so he's going to go visit and make sure that. Oh, hang on. No, making the play on words for Cobra Kai. All right, fair enough. I told you, I can't think laterally. Because I think I've got Alzheimer's as well. Maybe I should get some shark brain in my head and see if it helps. Or maybe I'm just stupid. What is that? Yeah, so Samuel L. Jackson's going to visit her and see how research is going on the place where she's doing it. Because she's seeking a cure for Alzheimer's, because apparently her father had Alzheimer's, and it was a nightmare watching him, slip away and all that stuff. There we go. $200 million. It's cost thing. But anyway, there's Saffron Burrows, the lovely Saffron Burrows, and there's the lovely Ronnie Cox. Why is he there? Don't know. But so anyway, so he's going to go and see what's going on. So here we get a plane now. A plane flies into view. Here it is. It's a de Havilland something or other. I can't remember. I did look it up, but I've forgotten. But it's a de Havilland thingamabob seaplane. Approaching Aquatica. But here, it's actually hanging from a crane when it shows these close-ups. It's actually hanging from a crane. But apparently Saffron Burrows was supposed to be flying it. Did actually get to start the engine and stuff and make the propeller go round and all that. Which she enjoyed, apparently. But they're on the way. And so we're also learning a bit of exposition that several years earlier, Samuel L. Jackson's character is Mr. Franklin. I don't know his first name. Can't remember. Does it say? Russell Franklin. He went skiing or he went on some trip to the Alps and there were an avalanche or something and his party got trapped or caught or whatever, and something like 7 people were on the mountain, but only 5 made it out, we learn later on. So he's been in disaster situations before. And he didn't I forgot what I say now. Rennie Harlin, a friend of Samuel L. Jackson, had worked with him on Long Kiss Goodnight, and they become friends. And he says, "I'm doing a shark film. Do you want to appear in it?" And he were actually, I think, he didn't audition, but he actually thought he were going to get the part of the chef, the one that LL Cool J plays. But he decided he was going to play the executive instead. Oh no, where are we? Yes, Justin says, "Did you see the new Avatar trailer?" Yes, I did. It looks pretty much the same as all the other Avatar films, pretty much, doesn't it? According to TV Tropes, he supposedly had a bigger role, and this is all that is left of him. Oh, the Ronnie Cox thing. I don't know. I did look it up on IMDb. Yes, we'll get to that in a bit. Andy's as such uncredited. Yes, he is. Derry looks interesting, but the book kind of makes no sense with the series. I've read the book a long time ago. But all right. Where were we? I forgot what I was talking about now. Anyway, there we go. So anyway, they're heading to Aquatica. There it is. There it is. A CG version of it. But when we get over it, like that, I think that, no, not that, the wide shot, that's CG. You can actually tell it just looks like it's floating over the sea there, doesn't it? But never mind. But when we actually get down here now, we're on the actual location. It is an actual location. It is actually sort of in this. It's kind of in a big tank. It's the same location where they filmed Titanic a couple of years earlier. But so it's actually in a big tank. I think you can actually see. That's the edge of the tank. That's the sea. The fuzzy bit there is the actual Pacific Ocean, and that's the edge of the tank there. You can just make it out, can't you? So, but anyway, so they're bringing in. This is Aquatica, by the way. Apparently, an old U-boat. They said it's a U-boat loading or refueling station. So that suggests, they do say the architecture is German. So did Germany have U-boat refueling stations off, like within throwing distance of America? They must have done. They must have. We never actually told, though, I don't think, where this is in the film. But it's filmed in Mexico. But Quest says Saffron Burrows looks damn good in this, but I prefer her in Wing Commander. These are the only two films. I know she's been in loads of stuff, but I think this and Wing Commander are the only two films I think of when I think of Saffron Burrows. Yes, she's super pretty, but she's gay, so you have no chance, Melvin. Don't get me started on Avatar 3, says Justin. Who asked? He's asking. You asked about it. It did look pretty much the same as the others, although it looks like the new Na'vi that we're going to see, the fiery ones that live in the volcano land. Are they going to be baddies? Looks like it, doesn't it? Anyway. That's a good name change for me. Wind Commander. That's me. With me burping and farting. I am the Wind Commander. Oh, cracky, that water's nice. Where were we? Oh, yes, so here's Super Tom. Super Tom is here with a shark, a tiger shark that they're bringing in. This isn't the same one, by the way, that he's just caught, I don't think. Hang on, I'm taking that off. All right. Not the same one he caught just now, because I think the three sharks that are called, they've a Gen 1 and I think 2 Gen 2s. That's what they're calling them. Not Gen 2 like Gen 2 penguins. Generation 1 and Gen 2 Generation 2s. I think that's right. Something like that. But this is a tiger shark. Essentially, this is their dinner. We're going to find out a little bit later. But in this film, they've got like this is a fully animatronic shark, and they actually do have fully animatronic sharks in the water. And I must admit, they do look really, really good. There is obviously CG in it, but quite often we actually are seeing the animatronic sharks that did actually swim about. And I think they said they could get up to like 30 miles an hour. I'm sure he said that in the commentary. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what he said. Anyway, so there it is. We see it's got something in its jaws, look. Trademark. Jaws TM. We see it's got something in its mouth, and it's going to actually relate it to Jaws, which we'll see in a bit. Anyway, in it goes into the water. Here they are. That's Jacqueline, what's her face? I forgot her name already. Jacqueline McKenzie as Janice Higgins. She's Australian. She's playing an American, but she's actually Australian. He's saying the short guy. He went to, where's Tattoo? Pardon me. And so he's referencing Fantasy Island. He goes, hey, boss, the plane. What was his name now? Hervé Villachez, wasn't he? Apparently he was mental. He was also in that James Bond film, wasn't he? Man with the Golden Gun. Anyway, so she's going to show him around a little bit. It's kind of giving Saffron Burrows dodgy looks, because Saffron Burrows was supposed to be the hero of this film, apart from Thomas Jane. But I think essentially she was kind of the final girl of the film. And spoilers, she's not. They changed it. But originally that was the plan. And she was going to, again, spoilers, she was going to survive to the end. And test audiences didn't like that because they didn't like the character. So they re-edited it, shot some more scenes, and she comes to a sticky end quite close to the end of the film. But they did, make it look as though she were less sympathetic. So this is probably what this is a bit like, because he's looking suspiciously at her. Anyway, there's the sharks running about. Again, I think that's the that's the animatronic one. Cool. Oh, and there he is. Look, swimming with it. Yep, there he is, swimming with the animatronic shark. It does look amazing, I must admit. I bet there were no, the shark is not working, the shark is not working. I bet there's none of that going on in this film, was there? Justin says, yes, this movie was really good with the effects. Yes, it was. Well, it was really good with the animatronic effects and the practical effects. Some of the CG is a bit ropey, but it's fine. Wingray says, luckily she was okay and came back with shark powers in the sequel. I don't know because I've not seen it. Oh dear. She's Shark Girl, giving it all that. Boo! Sorry, that my stomach just made a noise. Not if you heard it. My stomach just went boo! I tell you, it's going to be a disaster tonight. Anyways, hanging on to the shark's fin because his hand is like a shark's fin. And he gets hold of the whatever that is in its gob, because it's a number plate. He gets it out and there we go. Drops it on the floor in front of Samuel L. Jackson. In front of Saffron Burrows. Sorry, Samuel L. Jackson comes up in a minute. Oh, he's going to be here with her. There we go. A license plate. Did he eat the car? No, somebody probably threw that in the river. That's what they're saying, Jaws, isn't it? So anyway, they're introduced to them. There's a little back and forth with Franklin. By the way, he's called Carter Blake because, that's a heroic name, isn't it? Carter Blake. Quest says, should they remake Jaws? I wonder why they haven't already. To be honest, they do. Everything else. I think it's one of those special films that nobody wants to tamper with, isn't it, to be honest, Jaws. Because the first film's so beloved, isn't it? I think nobody'd like it, would they, if they just remade Jaws? It was the same way that nobody liked the remake of Psycho, did they? But, I didn't mind it, but it was unnecessary, wasn't it? And the same that you could say about Jaws, wasn't it? It'd just be like this, really. If they remade it, we'd see the shark all the time, and but anyway, and it wouldn't be the same. They should have just made Jaws 19 in 2015. Yes, they should, shouldn't they? They should have done. They should have done. That'd have been fun, would that? Jaws 19. With the holographic sharks. Hollow sharks. Anyway. And the remake of Friday the 13th, don't forget. Is it a remake? I don't know. It's like a reboot, sort of, innit? The Friday in 2009. Which wasn't too bad. With Jared Padalecki, isn't it, that one? But it was alright. Anyway, where were we? Oh, I showing him the number plate. We're going to get a quick look at it. Hang on a bit. Have I missed it? It's the number plate, license plate, whatever you want to call it. It's going to show us. The same one actually that were in Jaws. When they take it out and he cuts the tiger shark open. Richard Dreyfuss, and he takes the number plate. Apparently, I don't know if it's a copy of it. He says it's the same one. Rennie Harlin said it's the same number plate that were in Jaws. So I don't know if it's the actual one that they used in Jaws, or if it's just a copy of it. I bet it's a copy. But he says it's the same one. But you never know. Anyway, right. So there we go. Another bit of the ropey CGI coming up here, by the way. Where one of the sharks goes by. They're really big, by the way. I think they're like 40 feet long or something. At the end of the film, there's a 45-foot shark. I thought, bloody hell, is it a megalodon? Anyway, it comes by, That's obvious CG, this wake. Looks a bit poo, that, doesn't it? But anyway, never mind. We're going to do the pissing in the wind bit in a minute. There's... I can't remember her name. Brenda? Was that the name of the actress? No, the character's called Brenda Kearns, played by Ada Turturro, who I've kind of got a soft spot I don't know why. She's kind of cuddly. And unfortunately, she doesn't last very long into the film either. But anyway, so she's like the communications person. Anyway, so it's where we see that the main crew of the facility are leaves. So left with the skeleton crew, just like in Jurassic Park. But anyway, but first off, Stellan Skarsgård peeing over the side of the thing, because, you know, are there no toilets there? He don't care, does he? But apparently he's peeing into the wind. But we don't see him with all pee all over him. But anyway, whatever. And there's storms coming in, just like in Jurassic Park. Oh, it does show us where it is. It is off Mexico, off Baja California, which is where it was filmed, because that's where it... The hell was that? What was that, Princess? That's something outside. I bloody hope so. It's had a weird noise then. Where were we? Baja California. Yes, it was filmed at Fox Baja Studios, which is where the Titanic tank is. That's where it was filmed. So it is supposed to be off Mexico. Anyway, there's a storm coming in. Anyway, does she says, what does she call it? A bitch of a squall, does she say? Something like that. Oh, I don't know. She says it at some point. He's checking his harpoon stuff. Here's Michael Rappaport. He's playing the genius of the film. Casting against type. This is Michael Rappaport, probably the most stupidest person I've ever seen on the screen. But did he used to be on with Alex Jones? I used to see him on YouTube. I'm sure it was, and every word out of his mouth was like nonsense. But anyway, he's like the engineer of the facility. Knows all about it. He keeps spewing out all these facts and figures, and you know it's like there's like a carnival going on in his head or something as he's speaking. It's just anyway. Quest says, as if nothing ever happens when they have less people, fewer, in a research facility. Yes, I'll never leave with a skeleton crew when you've got the boss there. Anyway, have we seen them go yet, by the way? Because we get a quick cameo from the director. Let's go back again. Go back again. There they are. There's Rennie Harlin. There he is. His quick cameo. He says apparently it took about 20 takes. Don't know why. Of him just walking by. He doesn't say anything, but he plays one of the crew. Going home. Right, pissing in the wind. Michael Rappaport. We learn that Michael Rappaport's character, Tom Skoggs. Is that right? Scoggins. I don't know. Scoggins. Tom Scoggins is related to Tracy Scoggins of Babylon 5 fame and Star Trek. I don't know. She played a super attractive Cardassian. I like Tracy Scoggins. Anyway, we see like they're kind of friends and all that. So they're having a little discussion about the fences. How did the sharks get out? Because obviously a shark got out and to go and catch it and bring it back. How did it get out? And he's saying it's nothing to do with me. My fences are made of titanium and all that. They can't get through the fences. Somebody must have left the gate open or whatever. Hey, mark the time and date. TOYG didn't call it a skeleton crew. No, never occurred to me, to be completely honest. But thank you. I will call it that from now on. Notice how they have no security. Where are the lefties protesting on their boats against testing on sharks? Well, yes, you'd think so. Greenpeace blockading it. You'd think, wouldn't you? Anyway. How high are these fences off the water? I don't know. About that high. You're blind. Why? He mixes up his things here now. There we go. 8 feet, give or take a centimetre. He's mixing up his imperial and metric there. Anyway, never mind. Right, so they're going into the facility. There we go. We drop down. actual thing. They actually dunked the camera in the water, but then it actually goes to CG. CG water, a CG fence, but the thing in the background is actually a model of the base under the water. And I think the underwater model shots that we see were done in like a smoke chamber instead of like underwater. Anyway, so there we go. Welcome to Aquatica. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Anyway, she's Saffron Burrows. I forgot her character's name. Susan something or other. Susan McAllister. Dr. Susan McAllister. She's rummaging about in her locker in her room looking for... she has a quick look through the window, by the way. We see some fish go. Ooh! What happened? Did a shark go near them? Probably. But she's rummaging about for a floppy disk because it's 1999. Look, she's got a big floppy disk. Look, the effect of I can't really read it. Of short pin, is that what that says? I don't know. Mako shark brain complex, something on degenerated human brain cells. So a catchy name in it for the file name. Does anyone notice the fences don't go into the water? You can see when they show the fence in the background. Well, apparently the underwater parts are titanium and the parts above are steel. They do mention it in the film. Anyway, she's putting that in her computer because it's 1999. Look at that, 1999 graphics off a floppy disk. I imagine it's one of those that's not. It's not a 1.44 megabyte floppy disk, is it? It's one of them slightly bigger ones, but it won't be much bigger, will it? But she's getting all this info off it, look, with cool graphics. And it's a quick time video, you can tell, isn't it? Which they did on Jurassic Park, didn't they? The bit where, I forgot his name now, Wayne Knight, I forgot the name of his character. We're talking to that fella at the dock. It was supposed to be like a video call, wasn't it? You could tell it was a quick time video because the progress bar were moving. But anyway, Wingray says, slaps disc. Think of all the data you can fit on this bad boy. Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's hard to believe in. And I've got one here. Hang on, where is it? Ow, banging my head. I think I've got a, what's this? So I've got a USB thing there, and I think that has got more memory on than, my hard drive on my first PC. I don't know what it is. I think this is like 128 meg thing. I don't actually say on what it is, but anyway, yeah, whatever. How far we've progressed in terms of memory, but not my memory, not personally. Anyway, so she's looking at that. So we learned about her research on. She's researching on sharks' brains. Who's that? No idea. Stellan Skarsgård. He plays. I'll tell you the name of his character is Jim Whitlock. I say he's Swedish, but he's playing an American. Some mobile phones have more than a PC. Yes, they do. When cleaning, I found a 16 megabyte flash drive that came free with my first laptop. Still sealed. Cool. Well, you never know. It might come in handy. You never know. Anyway, I had to get. I wanted to put some like films and stuff and that on the USB for my telly in my bedroom because that's got a USB port. In tellies have USB ports these days, don't they? I wanted to plug it in so I could watch some stuff. I wanted to put. I've got Outer Limits on my computer, perfectly legally obtained, obviously, and the original Outer Limits, and I wanted to watch it on my telly in my bedroom, and I had like I think I had like a 128 megabyte. Might have been this one actually. Might have been this very one. So I put it on there, plug it in the thing, plug it in my telly. It wouldn't recognise it, and so I had to find the manual. I couldn't actually find the manual for my telly. I've got it somewhere, but I couldn't find it, so I had to look it up on the internet. Apparently, my telly only recognises 32 megabyte USB things. So I had to get a 32 megabyte USB stick off Amazon. And I did it, and it put it in, and it worked. And then I saw that the Outer Limits is free on Amazon. Oh, for God's sake. Anyway, never mind. That's by the by. I forgot what we're doing now. Oh, yes, they're doing their sharky stuff, talking about their research, and they've been doing dodgy things. There she's got a model of a shark, which we'll see again later. This is setting it up. This is Chekhov's shark that we see in here, and she's practicing getting its brain out. She doesn't do this to a real shark. She doesn't cut the top of a shark's head off. Don't worry. Is it from China? Might have malware, spyware support there, weather spy. It probably has, yes. I imagine it has. Everything's from China these days. Anyway, so here we go. Tomorrow they're going to do this test and it's going to change the world. Right, so here we see Samuel L. Jackson in his golfing gear. He only took the job because he said when Rennie Harlin said, I'm doing a shark film, do you want to be in it? And he said, yeah. Will I be able to play golf? He says, yes, you'll be able to play golf all the time. Which apparently he did whenever he went filming. He were off on the golf course. And but he didn't think he'd have to wear a wetsuit and get soaking wet through as much as he did. But anyway, apparently he has fond memories of this film. Well, according to his own audio commentary. Hey, Quest says even a lot of the British Army rations come from China these days. I imagine there'd be noodles then. Or bird nest soup. Windgrass says, not everything. I just bought a shirt and it came from Honduras. Very good. Very good. British Honduras. It used to be. Or is that Belize? That's Belize now, isn't it? I think. Anyway. I'm sure I've got something not made in China somewhere about this water. I bet this water's not made in China. Well, this water, I can't bloody read the label. Tell you, Christ almighty. Can't read that. Could be Chinese water. Probably filled with nanobots. Right, where were we? Oh, yes, he's in his golfing gear. So what exactly does a shark wrangler do? He's asking Super Tom. So he's saying, I look after the sharks, basically. They've got this submarine. I don't think we ever see this submarine working. I don't think we do. Anyway. Yes, it's fresh from the Yangtze River. It's made in Taiwan. Taiwan ROC, isn't it? They've got a submarine there that I don't think they ever use. So we learn that it does diving, it's been skiing, so it's obviously one of these what they call it, danger sport things. I don't know, I can't remember the phrase, but so anyway, so they're having a chat. But he's saying, I'm not here to get to be your friend. And but Samuel L. Jackson says, I know all about you. You've been in prison, so this is the only job you could get, etc. They were in Leven. Is it? I forgot what we call it now. Leavenworth. I can't remember what they call it now. He does mention it. Where does he say it? I've gone too far. Leavenworth. There we go. Leavenworth. For smuggling. I thought Leavenworth were like a military prison. Am I wrong? Probably. But 2 years he served. But he's done his time and he's doing his parole and all that stuff. But and anyway, then we go to LL Cool J, who you may know from, I don't know. The only other thing I can remember him in is Halloween H20, which I keep wanting to call H2O. And I always think, what's it got to do with water? Maybe it's connected. Maybe it's the same universe. But in that, he was a security guard. But anyway, here he is the chef of the facility, making appear to be lovely cakes with lots of cream in. But for some reason, he's got a parrot in his kitchen, which I imagine isn't very hygienic. Big bowl of parrot droppings there that's going in the cake. Maybe he just keeps feeding it stuff. Anyway. Quest says, I like how China, he says, because he's from Yorkshire now, he's Quest. I like how China sometimes tries to hide it by saying made in Shanghai. Is that what they do? I don't know. I don't know. Shanghai's in China, isn't it? There's a place in India called Sheffield. That's they make knives and forks and stuff. I'm sure I read that somewhere, or saw it on telly, or whatever. But there's a place in India that makes stainless steel stuff, and they put called Sheffield, and they call it so they put "Made in Sheffield" on their cutlery. Sheffield, if you don't know, if you're American or whatever, is used to be the biggest place in the world for stainless steel products. Sheffield in South Yorkshire. Anyway. Missed a couple of keys. Zoom. Not you're an honorary Yorkshireman now. No going back. Wingrave says there's a military barracks at Leavenworth, but a federal medium security prison for regulars too. Right, fair enough. Thank you. Right, where were we? Oh, he's baking a cake, and his parrot's talking to him, saying he's got a big fat butt, and blah, blah, blah. So I think basically the parrot is his best friend. I don't think it's got a name, he just calls it Bird. But anyway. Here's Super Tom going through the tunnel. Here comes one of the sharks, one of the baddie sharks. Here it comes. I think that was CG, wasn't it? But, it's getting the, remember the tiger shark from earlier on? Getting that. We're going to see it now. Here it comes, look. Gets the poor tiger shark and they rip it to pieces. Apparently, the baddie sharks, we'll just call them that, only eat other sharks. So they're kind of, are they cannibalistic? Because they're eating a different species. Because these are mako sharks, the baddie ones. That were a tiger shark. So is that... That's not like being a cannibal, is it? Because they'd only be cannibals if they were eating other mako sharks. It's like us eating a chimpanzee. Don't make us cannibals, does it? Anyway, whatever. Right, so... she's calling up Dr. Susan, whatever, McAllister. Called Dr. McAllister up. Can you come to the surface, please? Because they're going to have a surprise party. Because apparently it's a birthday. We can eat Neanderthals. Yeah, if you can find one. Tuck in. I don't know. Is a tiger shark closely related to as closely related to a mako shark as we are to Neanderthals? I don't know. I know we are more closely related to chimpanzees than a zebra is to a horse or zebra, apparently. Anyway, right, so she comes, everything's dark and it's all spooky, and it kind of looks like something from like Alien or Aliens, doesn't it? It's got that vibe, hasn't it? But not Alien Isolation, which is crap. Anyway, so she comes out. Anyway, a flare goes up and they all go, surprise, because it's a birthday, because they're having a party, and there we go. Everybody's having fun, apart from the chef who's working as the barman as well. Racism, but anyway. For Yorkshire. Quest is now Sean Bean. Just like hares and rabbits are two completely evolutionarily distinct. I didn't know that. Did they have completely separate evolutionary tracks? I presume with a common ancestor, because they're both rodents, aren't they? But anyway. Right, so they're all having fun. There we go. They're all dancing away. Look, hey. He's having a little chat. Chef. It does have a name, doesn't it? I can't remember. Did it say? Let's have a call you. Sherman Preacher Dudley. Oh, they call him Preacher or Preach, but his actual name is Sherman Dudley, which I think he does say near the end of the film. We'll call him Preacher. He's having a chat with Franklin. And he's saying, you're the one that survived that avalanche. And he says, what you doing? That's white man's stuff. Leave that to the white men or the white folks, brother. But there we go. Because all black people are the same, apparently. But anyway. Yes, they all sprang from Genghis Khan. Apparently, a quarter of the world's population are related to Genghis Khan, aren't they? Apparently. Don't you hate when you order a roast and only get one Yorkshire pudding? It's as bad as only getting one dumpling with a stew. It's a disgrace. Yeah, okay. I've never ordered a roast, to be completely honest. I haven't. I've made a roast. And made as many Yorkshire puddings as I like. I haven't made Yorkshire puddings for ages. I might do some this weekend. I might get some roast beef and do a Sunday dinner. I haven't done a Sunday dinner for years. Yeah, I'm going to do one this Sunday, unless I forget, which I could do. Did Quest just get his meal? Sounds like it, doesn't it? Or I think he's practicing being a Yorkshireman, so he's having the moan. Dear. Where were we? Oh, they're having a little chat about something or other. But she kind of goes cold on him. They're kind of speaking warmly and they're looking at each other with tenderness, but she kind of goes all cold on him and basically threatens to sack him. There's a suggestion that they're in a relationship, and there were actual scenes showing them, kissing and stuff like that, I think, to show that they are in a relationship, and that she's pregnant with his child, but decided to edit that bit out for what happens later, because they didn't want to kill a pregnant woman. Spoilers, not all of these people get out of this alive. There we go. I've learned that sharks never get cancer, go blind, or show loss of brain activity as they age. So I'm definitely not a shark. Although I don't have bowel cancer, I can tell you that with certainty, because my test results came back today. But I am basically blind, and I have a significant loss of brain activity. Anyway. Unlike they must know me, unlike some people I know. But this is Stellan Skarsgård saying that sharks are perfect predators from a time when the world was just flesh and teeth. Yeah, anyway. And this is where she's saying that they've increased the female's forebrain 5 times its normal size to get the protein compound that they need from it. And he says to Samuel L. Jackson that, thank goodness you didn't use genetic engineering. He says, no, because that would go against the Harvard Compact. There was genetic tampering. It would go against the Harvard Compact and Chimera policy. So she doesn't know that and Jim they have genetically engineered the sharks. Anyway, there's moaning about the sharks, and they all eat other sharks, and they're getting clever, and all that stuff. This is where she basically threatens to sack him, sort of. But then he says, "No, you threaten him." He says, "Well, if this test doesn't work, we're all on the streets. Just use CRISPR." That's that. Is that? Can't remember. Anyway. Oh, yes, CRISPR's that cloning thing, or something like that, isn't it? Something like that. Anyway, I have heard of it, but I can't remember exactly what it does. Is it a cloning thing, or is it like a genetic engineering thing, or building things up from atoms? I can't remember. Anyway, so here we go. Right, so this storm's getting closer, look. It's getting closer. But Chef's still making things, baking more cakes. Is that all he does, bake cakes? Seems to be. Talking to his bird. She's been in the shower by the looks of it. She's putting a key round her neck. Scogs is turning... he's turning... what do they call them? I can't remember what they call them. Wheels. I don't know, I forgot what they call them. Turning them, whatever the bloody hell they're called. CRISPR, short for clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats, is revolutionary gene editing technology. Right, fair enough. I know I've seen it somewhere. In the commentary, Samuel L. Jackson's saying he has no idea why he's turning these. It's Michael Rappaport. Rennie Harlin has just said to him, you're securing the facility, so go and turn some knobs or whatever they are, valves. Go and turn some of them. Behave yourself, you. Oi, get. Bloody cat. So he's doing that. Turning off the fuel, I think it says there somewhere. There we go. Fuel shut down. Heavy weather fuel shut. Turning the fuel off. Right, so here we go. They're getting ready for the big test now. Everything's going to be fine. Yorkshire, question mark. York's lost of all the roses, who has White Rose of York. Could have been the national flower of the UK. Damn those Lancasters. Yes. Behave yourself. Forget you. Oh, got the White Rose. Oh, I can't see. It's up. Where is it? It's over there. Over my shoulder there. The White Rose of Yorkshire's there. You can't really see it. Hey. Long live Richard III. Wingress says, maybe it's like the guy in that famous Those Old Scientists clip who's just turning a random wheel in the corridor of the Enterprise. Yes, it is, essentially. Essentially. Anyway, what they're doing, I've forgotten. Right, so they're getting ready. Right, all right, Super Tom's out in his gear. He's got his harpoon with him, I think. I think he has. Because the sharks come at him from both sides, we're going to see. There they are, look. There they are, coming to him from both sides. They can't get to him because of the titanium mesh or whatever. But he points his harpoon at it. Harpoon gun. There we go, points at it. And the shark backs off. And all that. And Samuel L. Jackson like, did I see what I just thought I seen? Whatever. Sorry, that wasn't a very good impression of Samuel L. Jackson, was it? Never. Tell me I didn't see that. And and she said, but sharks can't swim backwards, which I think is that one of these like old wives' tales or urban myths? I think some sharks can swim backwards. There's also another one that they can't stop swimming, isn't it? Which I don't think that's true either. I think they can. Or some species of shark, or most species of shark can, or whatever. But anyway, I don't know. That's impossible. Sharks can't swim backwards. But that one did. And now they're taking out the cameras, look. Apparently there was nothing on these monitors, by the way, when they were on set. Just blue or green or whatever, I don't know. But there was nothing on them. These were all added afterwards. You kind of can tell. But they're taking out the it shows there, look. Taking out the cameras, so they know what a harpoon gun is, they know what a camera is. They're taking them out. Because they're clever sharks, because they've made the brains bigger. Princess. Right, so there we go, another one gone. She's like, oh, blimey. Right, so he's still got to go and get a shark in for them to do their test on, but don't worry, he's going to do it. Quest says the first Shark Attack movie came out in 1999, but this was better only for CGI. I think I've got it, I think I've got a box set of Shark Attack movies. And I've never watched them on DVD. I think I saw them somewhere. They probably cost about £1 or something like that. They'll be in a box upstairs. And I've never got round to watching them. Yes, dogs can't look up. Yes, Shaun of the Dead. You want to go out? Right, we'll have to let the cat out. Just bear with me. Look at Michael Rappaport for a minute. She's being naughty. Go on. Go on. Get you. Come on. Don't get out now. Come on. Busy. Out you go. Come on. Out you go. Come on. It's not there. Bloody cats. Bloody cats. Let mine out, and another one ran in, so I had to chase that one out as well. Thank God for Sharknado, yes. Classic films. Actually, I don't know how many of them I've seen. I know I've seen the first two, I can't remember if I've seen the third one. I know there's others. Where were we? Oh, yes, he's got to go and get the shark, hasn't he? And they think he's going to get killed here, but he uses another setup that's going to get paid off later. He uses his oxygen tank, and he opens the valve to make the bubbles attract the shark. As it attracts the shark, and then he arrives. There we go. He's got his handheld James Bond rebreather, if you want to call it. But and he gets the shark and gives it its tranquilizer, and up they go on their sci-fi futuristic Sequest DSV whatever thing. It looks like there's something from Sequest, doesn't it? So how does it, once it gets to there, right, how does it go further? How does, I don't know. It must be able to just go a bit further up as well. Anyway, here it comes into the moon pool. Hey, nobody says Henway once in this film, unfortunately. Here it is. Right, so apparently these sharks, by the way, these animatronic sharks, they use weighed, because it's Americans, sorry, Justin and Wingrace, but Americans always measure things in pounds. 8,000 pounds, so which is about 4 tons, isn't it? Yeah, and there were powerful machines, literally. Anyway, so here it is. They're doing their stuff. It's fast asleep. He's going to have a ciggy, but not yet. So they're all checking stuff. Now it's fast asleep. Look, its gills are going and making noises while it does it. Do they make a noise through their gills? A breathing noise? Like Darth Vader of sharks. But anyway, it's fast asleep. So she can go in and stick big needles in its head now to get the brain protein compound out. For some reason, it reminds me of Ghostbusters. When they go to Louis Tully. Can I get a sample of your brain? Sure. Anyway. So they're doing this. But then it kind of wakes up. She's just about to do it. And it lunges up. In a minute. In position. And she's ready to do it. But just then, vitals are stable. She's just about to stick the big, massive needle in. Here it goes. Any minute now. Any minute. It's just about to go in, look. And look, they're keeping the bloody thing out. They're keeping the tension going. Oh, look, it's pouring water on it. And have I missed it? Did we do it earlier on? Oh, they might have done it earlier on. Typical. Let's go back again then. Let's go back again. Is it? Oh, there we go. He did it there. So we're just about getting ready there, and it says it's having bad dreams. But anyway, right. So she gets the sample. There we go. Anyway, so she gets the sample. It goes back to sleep. She gets the sample, puts it in the Alzheimer's brain tissue because apparently it just works straight out of the shark. I can't believe they made 7 Sharknado movies. It's so terrible, but what a success. Well, yes, because they're cheap, aren't they? It's the asylum, isn't it? Each of the films cost less than $1 million, doesn't it? But anyway, bless them. Anyway, they just put it straight onto the... There we go. Put it straight onto some brain matter. Is this how brain research, Alzheimer's research works? I don't know, but they just... put it straight from the shark onto some Alzheimer's brain matter, and somehow it starts the neurons firing in the dead brain, or whatever. But it works. Look, look, and for so many seconds, that piece of brain didn't have Alzheimer's anymore. There we go, 6.5 seconds. So they're all, yay, we're going to be rich, because big farmer and all that. And sand sharks, snow shark, and 2-headed shark attack. Up to 6-headed shark attack. My God, the genre. Yes, and there's ghost shark, and is it shark exorcist or exorcist, something like that, isn't there? There's one that's a shark's assist or something like that, isn't there? But anyway. The original title, I think, for Tremors were going to be Land Sharks, wasn't it? I think. I'm sure that was Tremors. Might not have been. Can't remember. Anyway. So they're all happy, and so he's going to, for some reason, just squat down with his cig next to the shark, and then it wakes up and thinks, you shouldn't be smoking, it says, and clamps down on his arm and bites his arm off. So poor, look, gore. So poor Stellan Skarsgård, Jim Whitlock, has got an arm missing. They haven't noticed, look, until they look round. All the thrashing about and him going, ah! Didn't notice until they look round. Like, oh, blimey, no, oh, slow motion, no there. So they go get a first aid kit. He's ready to kill the shark because it's thrashing about and it's going to escape and get them all. And Thomas James is ready to kill the shark, but Saffron Burrows presses the, return it to the sea button. There we go. And down it goes. There we go. We're going to blow it away. I believe Tremors was originally called Beneath Perfection. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to look that up now. Because you got me wondering. Development. Yes, the name Land Sharks. Yes, that's what Tremors was originally going to be called, Land Sharks. But the original screenplay titled Beneath Perfection was finished in June 1988. So there we go. So we were both right. But Tremors was perfection. Why mess with it? Yes, it was. Great film. Have I done it? I can't remember. Have I done it on Magnificent Mondays? If I haven't, I will at some point. Anyway, so he's like cross with it. Wow, what the hell did you do that for? Etc. But, the shark's worth a lot of money. Anyway, gets on the blower to Brenda up top. Get the paramedics and evac now. And this helicopter gets here really, really quickly, it seems. She's got a towel on his arm. Is that the right arm? Yeah, it is, yeah. So she's saying, we need a helicopter evac. But anyway, coming off oil platform Chiapa. Oh, right, so that it's nearby. That's why they get there quickly. So anyway, so here comes the helicopter heading towards them from a nearby oil platform, apparently. But here it comes, and got to take him out. And I'm guessing these oil platform helicopter pilots, paramedics, whatever they are not the best. As Samuel L. Jackson calls them in the commentary, they're like the Wile E. Coyote of helicopter pilots. But anyway, here they come. Remember, it is a storm, though. It is stormy. But anyway, they get a winch down. I'm going to winch him up, and you've got to laugh. I mean, to be honest, with what happens. But anyway, they winch him up. This bit here wasn't supposed to happen. They're running away. They're actually dousing them with lots of water, and that bit wasn't supposed to happen. They could have been hurt, but luckily they weren't. But that big lot of water wasn't supposed to hit them, and it did. But apparently, it looked that good, they kept it in. Anyway, up goes Jim. They're winching him up into the helicopter, and it all goes wrong, obviously. The winch just breaks, so he's like dangling there. Wiggy says, I want more creature features. Yeah, they did start doing some like creature features. The studio called itself Creature Features, and they started doing like remakes of old 50s movies, didn't they? Like She Creature, which we've done on Friday Night Apart with Fear, or I've done it anyway. She Creature, and I can't really remember now. Something of the Spider, a film about a spider, and other stuff as well. How to make a monster and stuff like that. I think it was Stan Winston, the studios that did them, wasn't it? Anyway, where were we? The winching up. Poor old Jim, who's not doing well. He's not having a good day, is Jim. But anyway, the winching him up, and the winch, for some reason, freezes up or whatever. And then suddenly they just dunk him down into the water. Down he goes into the water. So he's down underneath the water now. Thankfully, he's got a breathing thing on, a mask, so he's not drowning under there. But anyway, slowly they get the cameras back. But the shark has got hold of Jim. Does it show it? Does it show it getting hold of him? Right. He's in the water, and the shark gets hold of him. Does it show it? I don't know. I don't think it shows it, but it shows the helicopter being pulled. So the shark has obviously got hold of the helicopter. So it's pulling the helicopter across the thingy. So the helicopter ends up crashing into poor Brenda. They're all blowing up, look, and poor Brenda's going to cop for it in a minute. There's the end of the helicopter pilots, and come on, where's Brenda? There we go. Poor Brenda! Ah! So, poor Brenda. Apparently they did this for real, not kill people. I mean, it's actual practical explosions and stuff. They actually, they blew up the set. They saved this for last, or close to last. They did all the main shots on this part of the thing, and then blew it up for real at the end of the shoot. So there we go. So oh look, it's all rocking. Oh no, inertial dampeners at full. Give us more lava lantula movies. Okay, I didn't even know there was one. Sounds intriguing. She's fallen in the water. She's fallen in the water. But there's a big explosion. Poor Brenda's dead. But little do they know that Jim, I forgot his name already, but Stellan Skarsgård, still alive. But anyway, there's the plane. I thought they buggered off on the plane. What's that plane doing there? I thought that the day shift did they go on a boat? They must have gone on a boat. I wasn't paying attention, to be honest, at the beginning. They come back on a boat at the end. Anyway, is that the plane blowing up? Looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah. Took out the plane. They can't escape on the plane. Right. We learned that in his past, Preach had a drinking problem. So he says, I'm taking this as a sign, and breaks open the, I don't know, rice wine. I don't know what it is. But, they're big tins of beans. Get some beans on toast out of them, couldn't you? But he's having a swig on the rice wine, or whatever it is. Could be vinegar for all I know. Right, so they're stuck down there. And then he says, can anybody tell me what that is? And it's Stellan Skarsgård being used as a battering ram by one of the sharks, one of the baddie sharks. There it is, driving him towards this big bay window that they've got. There we go, and just smashes him into the glass, and he's still alive. Like I say, he's not having the best day, is he? And a big lump of glass comes out. Here it comes. There we go. And lands at Samuel L. Jackson's feet, and that was actually thrown by the director Rennie Harlin, according to Samuel L. Jackson. So they said, we've got to get out of here. So they get out of there because it's all going to come bursting in. There it comes. No sea. I don't know if there's CG. I don't think there's CG water here, but I think there's some overlays. There's lots of water coming in because you can see it's there. But I think some of this here, like that bit there, I think that might be superimposed over the top. Maybe, I don't know, but or maybe not. I don't know. But there's a lot of water coming in here, isn't there? So you won't get me doing a film like this. I hate the water. Anyway, they can't get out. They're trying to get out in the cart, and there's going to be sharks in there and all that stuff. But they finally get out. There we go. They close the door, and they're all like panicking. Oh, what's going on? Meanwhile, Preach can't get through on the phone to anybody. But don't worry, his parrot's fine. But not for much longer. We got to get topside. Find some help. They can't go through there. I can't remember why. I think he says it's flooded. Yes, he looks up and he sees there's water coming through the top of the door. Deep Star 6 is better. Henway? What's a Henway? It's good as Deep Star 6 with Miguel Ferrer, isn't it? And other people. Good as Deep Star 6. Where were we? There we go. That seals off automatically, so they can't go that way. They've got to find another way. Preacher's trying to find a way out. He throws the wine away because he's call him preacher because he's very religious. So now he's talking to God. I know your wrath, Lord. Right, so where they got to go? There we go. They've got to find. Luckily, there's a map and probably there is a red dot. You are here. So where are they going? They're going along here, look, through the wet lab, and all the way to the stairs. Maintenance ladder. Oh, they've got to go down. Climb down to level 3. Level 1, I don't know. I don't know how they're working out the levels, but anyway. Unless it counts from the bottom up, I don't know. But anyway. Oh, right, that's what they've got to do. They've got to go to the bottom and to get back up. Oh, to get into the elevator shaft or something. But anyway, yeah. Go down to get up. So, sounds like a plan. Meanwhile, Preacher's with his parrot. He hears something up the stairs, and the parrot flies away. And in the commentary, Samuel L. Jackson saying, "This is the bit where he should be following the parrot," which is true. Follow the bird, because loads of water's coming down, so it gets washed away. He's fine, don't worry. Meanwhile, they get back to this. I think this is the door that they've just closed. They've got out of here, haven't they? They've just closed it, the door to the wet room or whatever. But something's hitting it from the other side. There we go. Boom, boom. And it's one of the sharks, we learn. And all the bolts are coming out now. Because of the sharks? I don't know. Have they got like a thing on the other side? They're firing them out. I don't know. But they get past that. But loads of water's coming, so there's sharks are about now. They get through this door just about, and there we go. The sharks are going in now. Look, dun 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 dun. The sharks are getting in. Right, so I think he's back in the kitchen now. Is he back in his kitchen? I don't know where he is, but I think his parrot's about to get eaten by a shark. I think, is it? Maybe not. It does in a bit. So, still got to find a way out. He's saying, "Can your shark bust through a steel door?" And he says, "Yeah, if he gets a good run up to it." So he says, "Yeah." Anyway, this is where we learn that her and Jim had genetically engineered the brains of the sharks against the law. So they all say she's a stupid bitch. That's what Janine says to her. Saying, "Think of the generations that would be saved," etc. Anyway, so they've all fallen out with her now because she wanted to save people and do it the wrong way. Anyway, right. So this is where we learn that the sharks are working to a plan. They're wanting to flood the base to get the fences lower because the base will flood and fill up with water, and the support struts will collapse, etc., so they can get out. And all that stuff. But anyway, off he goes into his kitchen. There's a shark following him. There it is. So he goes and hides in an oven. There we've got the ocean. The fence on the ocean side is titanium, so that's why they can't get through that. Right, so here they are. I don't know where they are, to be honest. Are they back in the... I don't know. I think they're back in the place that they were just in, but I think they're on a higher level, I think. Where the sharks have come in through. He's back in the kitchen anyway, he's Preacher. And a shark comes, he's going to hide in the oven. Oh, there's the parrot. The parrot's going to cop for it in a minute. There it is on the... Because it's got a bad attitude, so you can't feel guilty. You can't feel bad when it gets eaten by a shark. Look, he's trying to save it. But, oh no! Ah! By the way, the body count in this film is 10, if you include the parrot. Anyway, he falls in the water. Lots of people falling in water in this. Anyway, he hides, gets in an oven, look. Closes the door just as the shark gets to it. But I think this is one of the animatronic sharks. It's not CG. Looks really good, doesn't it? I think it does. They've got into the bit where the submarine is, and it's all smashed up. So I think we're learning that the sharks have smashed that up deliberately. Don't know. I'm sure somewhere this is a project doing some. There is a project doing some evil with genes and AI. I'm sure there is. 100%. There's some AI, biological AI thing going on somewhere. 100%. Probably in China, to be completely honest. Anyway, so the sharks have smashed up their submarine, so they can't take that. Was that their plan? Can't remember. So they've got to find another way. So anyway, they're going to all put wetsuits on and swim out of there. Meanwhile, Preachers has got to find a way to get away from this shark. The shark, by the way, turns on the oven. Does it do it deliberately? Dunno. Not as good as Bruce from Jaws. No sharks are as good as Bruce from Jaws. Although these sharks in this are actually, fully animatronic. They're all there. There's not just one side of it, is it? like it was in Jaws. Anyway, it's turned on the oven. There we go. So it's cooking him now. Did he do it on purpose? Don't know. So anyway, he's going to smash out of it. Luckily, he had an axe with him, and he's going to smash out and get through the oven above. But anyway, there we go. Cook dies in his own oven. So he gets up there just as the shark smashes through the bottom oven, and he gets up there. I know Zippo lighters are good lighters, but would a Zippo lighter do what this is going to do now? The oven's on. I don't think it's lit. It's not lit, obviously, but the gas it's a gas oven. Look, it's not electric, in it. It's a gas oven. So there's gas coming out now, and he were coughing and spluttering in the oven. But yeah. So anyway, he jumps over the top of the shark because the shark's stuck in the oven now. Its head is anyway. Jumps over the top of it, swims here, gets out, and gets this in the water. Gets this Zippo lighter out. I don't know. I've had Zippo lighters, but I've never put one in water and then see if it lights. Lights first time. Are they that good? I don't know. I suppose if it's a watertight seal, but they're not that. It's only a metal thing, isn't it? Anyway, it lights, and he just throws it, and it blows the shark up. You eat my bird. And he throws it, and it blows up the shark. Luckily, the shark headbutted the lighter. And it all explodes. It makes the shark explode as well for some reason. There we go. Don't know why, just did. Had the shark breathed in loads of cooking gas? I don't know, but it blew up. It blew up. Anyway. Quest says, I never had much luck with a Zippo when it was wet. There you go. Yes, I used to smoke many years ago, and I have had Zippos, but I've never used one in the wet. I don't think I have, anyway. Anyway. Right, more. Rumbling. So the explosion in the kitchen has made it all rumble. What were that? It says, that were inside. What's going on? There we go, that was inside. So anyway, they're all getting the wetsuits on. They're all falling out. They're shouting and bawling, and they say, we've got to get out, and all that, and they're all arguing. So Samuel L. Jackson's going to do his monologue now. He's freaking out, his Skogs, and they go, I don't have to take orders from you, I don't work for you anymore, and all that. So they're screaming and panicking, and so this is saying, enough, and it says the most ludicrous monologue ever. I'm just going to go through it. He says, you think water's fast? You should see ice. I think water's faster than ice. But anyway, that's by the by. It moves like it has a mind. I'm not doing an impression. I can imagine the whoever did the screenplay for this. Who did the screenplay for this? Just sitting there writing, thinking, this is crap I'm typing here. But anyway. Duncan Kennedy, Donna Powers, Wayne Powers. I'm guessing they're related. But anyway, like it knows it killed the world once and it got a taste for murder. Talking about ice, by the way. It killed the world once and got a taste for murder. When did the ice kill the world? I don't know. Not in the last ice age, it didn't. I know it did a lot of damage. There were one way back, like hundreds of millions of years ago, when there was snowball Earth, wasn't there? But anyway, where were we? And then he goes on about, it goes on about that with the avalanche, and it says, I don't know when we turned on each other, but 7 people went in and only 5 came out. So obviously, at some point they killed 2 of their team. So he says that's not going to happen here. But so we're going to pull together. We're going to find a way to get out of here. And then, just as he says that, there we go. A shark gets him. See Thomas Jane looking really concerned then, weren't they? Anyway, they have a waterproof case you can buy for them now, but if they get wet, they're done. Rain, they work sometimes. See, there we go. There we go. I don't think he had the one with the waterproof case, did he? It's only a film. It's only a film. I mean, he's a chef, isn't it? So why would he have a zipper? I don't know. He should have one of those kitchen lighters, the long, thin ones. He should have one of those, shouldn't he? Should have used one of them, shouldn't he? Anyway, yeah, so Samuel L. Jackson's going to get got by the shark now. There we go. Not great CG of Samuel L. Jackson getting got. But it'll do. It'll do. It'll do. So, anyway, look. Oh, look. Ah! Oh, for Pete's sake. So, that's the end of Samuel L. Jackson. And he bid farewell in the audio commentary at this point. And we just had Rennie Harlin for the rest of the film. So there they are, eating Samuel L. Jackson, just like them 2 T-Rexes that fella in Lost World Jurassic Park. It just ate him. You reckon? Anyway. So they're all panicking. So what? How are we going to get out now? He's asking him about how much water can it take before it all collapses and stuff, and he's telling him, even though it's Michael Rappaport has no idea, has he? So they're going to find another way out. Oh, well, they've got to open this door. The room is all sealed, apparently. It's airtight. And if they open this door, which is into the elevator shaft, it'll release the pressure, and all the water's going to come through the moon pool, which we're going to see in a minute. So there it goes. There it goes. All the water comes through the moon pool. The sequel was so bad in comparison to this. I haven't seen it. Is that what you're on about? Deep Blue Sea 2. I've not seen it. There's a third one as well in there. I've not seen that either. Anyway, so all the water's coming in now. And the sharks, no doubt. But anyway, they get into the elevator shaft. And there's lots of, there we go, fiery bits falling down. I think how they did it, I think they had basically people up top just dropping flaming toilet rolls at them or something like that. But anyway, they've got into the elevator shaft, which is now flooding, as you can see. And up above, there's the elevator at the top that's on fire from the helicopter crash. So, but anyway, so they're climbing the ladder. They've got to close the door. But a shark gets in. There's the fires up top with all the burning debris falling down at them. It's like there were a level like this, wasn't there, in one of the Half-Life games, right? Half-Life 2? Half-Life 3? No, I can't remember. Half-Life 1.5, I can't remember. There were one of them where you're in something like this were happening. I died, obviously. Anyway, there we go. Make it to level 1, we can take the stairs out, can we? All right, then. Oh, sharks are coming, look, though. We've got a POV of the sharks. Because, obviously, he thinks he's doing his Jaws thing and does Rennie Harlin, doesn't he? So, and then it comes, it's going to burst through that. Ah! So, we're going to have a shark in the bottom now, any minute now. Anyway, there it comes. Here it comes. There we go. Hey! Here comes the shark. Jaws meets the Poseidon Adventure. Was that the sequel? I don't know, because I've not seen it, so I don't know. Anywho, a ladder is going to randomly break in a minute. He's got to this other level. Can't open the door. Going to try and force it. There's a shark swimming round. At the bottom of the elevator. But poor Janine's going to cop for it in a minute. What's happening? Water's coming out through that door is just opened. So they're still climbing. There we go. The ladder just breaks for some reason. And so the left dangling. She falls in the water. Does Janine? Oh no, poor Janine. So anyway, he goes and saves Michael Rappaport. Scoggins, keep forgetting his name. Saves him, but here she comes back out of the water, riding that shark. Rennie Harlin said this were a bit like at the beginning of Cliffhanger, which I don't know. I suppose it is kind of maybe, but in reverse, where he's trying to grab hold of her. There we go. And obviously the shark takes her back down, and that's the end of Janine. All the blood, by the way, in that water is CG blood. Because they couldn't put, well, they could, but they couldn't put actual blood in or coloured stuff in, or dyes or whatever, because it would take them too long. They'd have to drain it all out, for the next take or whatever. Drain it all out and clean it in all the tank and then fill it back up again. So they just thought, we'll just use CG blood. Which, fair enough, it does the job. Anyway, and then there were three, I think, it's just these, Skoggs, Super Tom, and left in. I think that's all that's left in it. Is it? Yeah. And Preach, who is Preach is here. So there's four left now. There we go. Right, so they've got to find another way. So there we go. We're on level 1. We could take the stairs to the surface. It says the stairs are flooded. So what way can they go now? Can't remember. I've forgotten. Oh, there we go. There's an emergency hatch. There you go. So, use the generator to drain the stairway to get out. That's what they've got to do. But there's no power or something. I don't know. Or the user needs a flashlight, and they need some batteries for a flashlight. There we go. They're having another chat. A bit of a rapprochement, they've got to get out of there and deal with their problems later. Sorry, Justin. Cliffhanger meets Sea World. Yeah, it's sort of, wasn't it? It was a bit like that, wasn't it? Riding that Mako. Anyway, he's talking about he's talking about time. Because he's looking at a clock. It's 4 a.m. One night feels like a whole week. He's talking about relativity. Einstein's theory of relativity. There you go. What does he say? I've forgotten. Yeah, we'll grab hold of a hot pan. A second can seem like an hour. But grab hold of a hot woman, and an hour can seem like a second. Yeah, okay. Well, put your hands on a hot woman. You get a punchy face from a boyfriend, probably. But it's all relative. And then he says, 4 years... Yeah, it's Michael Rappaport. But 4 years at Caltech, that's the best physics explanation I've heard. I'm sure it is for Michael Rappaport, because he's thick as pig shit. But he's rich and famous, so anyway. And he can act. Is that an arm? Or is it just a jack slit? I don't know. What is it? Oh, no, I know what it is. It's Preach had knotted together some sheets and for him to climb up. And that's what that is there. Yes, right. I thought it was a dead body there. So they're going down. They have to go down, do something with the power. They're getting the generators going now to drain the stairwell. So they've got to go underwater now. As Skoggs and Super Tom, there they go. And she's looking at a photo of Janine. Anyway, she's got to go to her quarters to get something. She's got to get that floppy disk with all the research on. That's what she's got to do. So it's not a total loss. Meanwhile, they're heading back to where the generators are. So there it is. It's in the original place, where it all went wrong. So we're going to see Stellan Skarsgård's body in a minute. Swig. Have I missed it? There it is. There we go. He's found Stellan. Poor Stellan. Didn't have a good day, did he? Anyway, now he's dead. So he goes, because you've got to do that in the water, haven't you? And swims away. They're all panicking. Anyway, so they've got to do their stuff. But first, she's bogged off to her room now. But he's found a video camera, so he's going to record the recipe for the perfect omelette. But anyway, because it might be his last thing. Quest says all they need now is a motion tracker and a loudmouth screaming, "We're screwed. Game over, man." That's what they need, isn't it? Anyway, so here we go. So he's doing his, his epitaph or whatever, his message to, if he doesn't make it out, and the video camera does. There we go. What do I leave behind? We begin with the perfect omelette. Maybe 2 eggs, not 3. I suppose it depends how big you want the omelette to be and how big your pan is, doesn't it, really? And then says, amateurs often add milk for density. That is a mistake. I don't know. Stick some milk in, for Christ's sake. And bits of bacon and some onion and all that stuff. But omelettes, there's no such thing as a perfect omelette. Is there? Anyway. Right, meanwhile, back with Super Tom and Scogs. There we go. Lots of underwater electrical stuff to do. It's not very safe, is it? I'm sure it's proper. It's water. It's safe water electrics, I'm guessing. But anyway, they get the power up. But a shark arrives. There it comes and eats Scoggins. So poor Scogs. There we go. It's got him. So Super Tom's not happy about that. All this electricity in the water. I'm sure he's fine. There we go. So it's ragging him. He's got to get some air. Why aren't you being electrocuted with all this? Because it smashed into the electrical generator thing. But anyway. Where's Scoggins'? There we go. Scoggins' leg twitching. Yeah. Which were actually the idea of the head of the studio. Head of... I can't remember the name of the studio. Not Universal, the production company. I've forgotten. I'll have to check. Is it Village Roadshow? I think it was Village Roadshow, I think he said. They watched, they were watching a screening of it, or the dailies, or whatever, and they said, why do you have his leg twitching? That would look cool. And Rennie Harley said, yeah, it would. So they stuck it in. There we go. Super Tom escapes, though, obviously. But the shark doesn't want to eat him. As we'll see in a minute. So he gets to this door, and the shark comes at him and veers away at the last minute because it doesn't want to kill him. It wants him to open this door because it wants to get out. I need the DLCs for Aliens, Colonial Marines, Alien vs Predator, and Alien Isolation. Don't bother with Alien Isolation, it's rubbish. Oh dear. Go and get them then. Anywho, he opens this door. Sorry, Alien Isolation. I started playing it, on the live stream, and gave up. Couldn't do it. Hated it. Didn't even see an alien by the time I'd given up. But anyway, so he gets through. He's opened that door. So that's what the sharks wanted. So I just saw that for a minute. I thought, hang on, but that. For a minute, I actually read LV426 on that side, but it's L1526. Anyway. Yes, I did a rage quit. I bloody did. Stupid game. Anyway, she's heading to her quarters to get her floppy disk. She's more feet again. Apparently, Rennie Harlin says people think he's got a foot fetish, so he must be like another Quentin Tarantino. Apparently in his films, he films a lot of feet. Not that I've noticed, but anyway. Right, so... he's waiting for his mates to come back, but there's only Super Tom. And says, where's Scogs? Didn't make it. Got eaten by sharks and his legs twitching 50 fathoms down. Anyway, she's in her quarters, going to get her floppy disk. They get him out. Praying to God. Brothers never make it out of situations like this, not ever. Well, he didn't originally. He died originally. Did preach in the original, cut. But I wonder if they added that after, because it does seem a bit. I don't know. It looks like what's it called? Like looped. ADR, automatic dialogue replacement, because it's added after, because we're not seeing him. He's saying it as he's leaving the room, isn't he? So I think they added that. Anyway, right, so she's going to get her floppy disk. But little does she know, behind her, oh no, there's a shark behind her. But it turns out it's just that one. It's Chekhov's shark that we saw earlier on. And yes, bloody hell, Ripley. Need another T-shirt for that. Dear. But she said, oh, thank goodness, it wasn't a real shark. But this bugger is... Hang on, when is it? That bugger is, that's a real one. Well, not in real life, but you know what I mean. So she's like, no. So she's been chased about by this shark, and she's going to have to take all her clothes off in a minute. So she's trapped up on this whatever it is it shelving or something. She's trying to manage to get hold of her floppy disk. But what can she do? There's an electrical thingamabob there. Look. Not that electricity seemed to damage them much, because we just saw it in the water with all that generator smashing and electricity in the water when it got Scoggins, but that was fine. But this is a different shark. Because there's 3, remember. So one's been blown up in the kitchen and there's 2 left. Anyway, so she's going to do that. So she pulls that out, look, and now she's got to take all her clothes off, look, because that's the clever thing to do. So, not all of her clothes, but gets down to her skimps. She's got to stand on her, because it must actually be rubber, or something non-conductive, I'm guessing. But it must be. So she's going to stand on that. And electrocute the shark. Here it comes. So she's saying, come and get it, shark. Come and get my exposed flesh. So here it comes, and there we go. She puts it in the water, and it electrocutes the shark. Does that one explode as well, or does it just keel over? I think it just dies. There we go. It's just died. So how does she get out now? Does she pull the wire out? I don't know what she does. Can't remember. She just sits there, being all sweaty and half naked. But there it is. That's 2 down, just 1 to go, which I think is probably the biggest one, isn't it? But and her research is all for naught. Look, it's gone, melted in the electrical water. But anyway. But so she's stuck there now. I don't know. But obviously not. She's got out somehow. Don't ask me how. Don't worry about it. Yes, here, Sharky. Just 1 left. Where Scoggins is half the man he used to be, Scoggins. Anyway, so they've got to get out. So they get into this room here, which I can't remember what it is, but they've got to flood it so they can get out through the top or something. Why didn't they just build a ladder? I don't know. Here we go. They're going to use the fire extinguishers to distract the shark when they get out. Remember, like he did earlier on with his scuba thing. So they're doing that again. But they can't go up too fast. They can't go up faster than the bubbles, or they'll get the bends, won't they? But anyway, right. So they've got to flood the room. So here we are, kumbaya and all that stuff. Oh, I was praying. Yeah, I shall fear no evil, valley of shadow of death, blah, blah, blah. And for some reason, there's an old submarine there that was just left. I don't know why. It looks rubbish. It's like you've seen Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow, when they're getting to, I forgot his place, Dr. Hutton Tops, or whatever it's called. Tottenkopf base. You saw like submarines of the Titanic and stuff like that at the bottom of the sea, didn't you? Looks like that. What's this wire here? What are they? I don't know. Anyway. Why has nobody salvaged that submarine? Is it a German U-boat or is it an American one? I don't know. Anyway. Amen. Right, they've got to get out now. Here we go. Pop the hatch. Out they go. Set off the extinguishers. And so the shark will go to them. Did the sharks go for extinguishers? They must do. I thought they just went after splishy splashy motions. I thought that's what they reacted to. But obviously they go for fire extinguishers as well, apparently. So off they go. And there we go. It gets them, look. And they get to the surface. But, oh no. Preach has been got by a shark. And now he's doing a Jaws thing. Here he goes. Being dragged across the water. He's fine, don't worry. Because Super Tom saves him, I think. Does he? The shark just decides to let him go for some reason. And Super Tom saves him now, I think. And there we go. Gets him to safety. There we go. Patches him up with a medical kit, thankfully, that's just there. And now he kind of passes out, but he comes back at the end to save the day because they re-edited the ending. I think it was supposed to die there, but they re-edited it. And anyway, so it's sinking. Anyway, now is the base, so it's going to be able to get out. Is the shark? Is that it? There, heading towards? I don't know, but it's heading towards the regular fence, so it could just burst out. I'm sure there's plenty of holes in it that it could get through, but it's not doing. Anyway, so that's what they're saying. That's what it's doing. It's they've got to kill her. That's what she says. We have to kill her because she's obviously it's a she because it's Jurassic Park with sharks. There's a film in there called Jurassic Shark. Anyway, and he says that's the smartest thing you've said all day. And yeah, there it is, trying to smash through the barrier. So is this titanium as well on the ocean side? It must be, but. Must be weakened or whatever. Look, there we go. It's having a good old go at that fence, isn't it? So it gets one of Josh Temple's harpoons out, or two of them. They should be playing A-Team music now because they're doing things now. They're taking. There we go. The stuff from flares and making what he says is dynamite. He says it. There we go. We ought to get 2.5 sticks of dynamite out of these flares. He says. I don't know how powerful 2.5 sticks of dynamite is, but the explosion at the end is pretty damn powerful. Maybe it's nuclear dynamite. I don't know, but anyway. So he's pouring that into the stuff, the gunpowder. We'll just call it gunpowder. He pours that into the harpoon thing, and it's attached a metal cable to it. It's all metal. Attached a metal cable to it. So he gives her that. He says, when I fire it at the shark, when it hits the shark, touch the battery, the positive thing on the battery, and it'll blow the shark up. There you go. And boom. So that's the plan. So now he's got to. Pardon me, we're running over here. And shoot at the shark. Obviously, it doesn't go well. She's too far away. So she's going to sacrifice herself now. She cuts her hand. Look, she gets a big rusty bit of metal and cuts her hand open. And jumps in the water. And the shark comes for her because it smells the blood in the water. And here it comes. Just nearly out, look, is the shark. And but it thinks, oh, I can smell blood. I shall go back and investigate. It says. So off it goes in CG form. I think it's CG one. This it looks like it. There's Saffron with blood all around her from her hand, obviously. And he's shouting, "Get out the water!" But no, she gets got. She tries to, but it breaks. And everybody in the audience went, "Yay!" And now she gets got. He jumps in to try and save her. Have I missed it? Have I gone past it? I think I've gone past where Saffron gets got. Yes, it's there, look. Where is it? Where the hell is it? Here it comes. It's coming to get her now. And it just gobbles her up. In a bloody minute when it's ready. There we go. It's watching her though. It's mocking her. Because it's Frankenstein, isn't it? That's how they described it in the commentary. She's Dr. Frankenstein. The shark's the monster. She's been killed by her own creation. That's what's going on here. But originally, the original screenplay, she didn't die. It was a preacher that died. But the audiences didn't like her, so they killed her off. And there it comes. Eats her. When it does, it gobbles her up, it's showing her. Saffron, you see, it's a herb, isn't it, or whatever, spice. It's a spice, isn't it, saffron? So he's having some of that. So spicy saffron. Anyway, so that's the end of her. Oh, done that again. Right, so he's got to have another go. There we go. He's going to do his thing that he did earlier. You remember when he got the number plate out of the tiger shark's mouth? He's got to do that same thing here with this big Mako. Here it comes. And he's got his teeth out, and now he just jumps over because he thinks he's Lara Croft. If it were Lara Croft, she'd have punched it, wouldn't she? But anyway, he's hanging on. And luckily, remember Preacher, were all sort of like, because he's just been basically gored by a shark, but they've patched him up, and now he's fine, look. He's woken up and he knows what to do because he must have heard everything. Justin says, saffron, I had that to my chicken pot pie. Very good. No, I don't think I've ever had saffron in anything. Not deliberately, anyway. It's got another name, hasn't it? But I can't remember what it is. But yeah, I don't think I'm not a big spices. Salt and pepper, that's all I use. And vinegar. But I'm a man of simple tastes. Anyway, he obviously knows what to do. By the way, that shark thing looks amazing. I don't know why. I think it's this serrated edge here. I just think it looks cool. Why has evolution given it them? It just has. So he's hanging on to the shark's fin because his head is like a shark's fin, and he knows exactly what to do. And he's saying, "Shoot it!" And there you go, shoot it, Preach. So Preach shoots it, and the bloody harpoon goes through Super Tom's leg. And he's like, oh, for Pete's sake. Damn. But anyway, it's heading for the water now, and he's saying, blow it, Preach, blow it. And he's like, what? Blow what? I don't know. I was unconscious. But he just knows. He's obviously a quick study. He's realised what's going on. He looks over and he sees the battery and the cable. But anyway, it's heading for the hole in the fence. But luckily, Super Tom grabs hold of the fence. Saffron was expensive for a long time. The spices were, weren't they? Because there were spice wars and all that, weren't there? Back in the day. Anyway, so there we go. He does the thing on the battery, and the shark explodes. Oh, boom! Like a nuclear, like a bloody Moab, mother of all bombs explosion under the sea. So he thinks he's killed Super Tom now. I can't remember Carter Blake. I haven't called him that all the way through the film, have I? He thinks he's killed him, but he hasn't. Look at that! Look! Mushroom cloud. It actually looks like a shark coming out of the water, doesn't it? Is that deliberate, do you think? I think it is. But the bloody thing coming up. Like, they should have Sarah Connor on that thing, shouldn't they? Going, ah! Anyway, so the shark's blown up. By the way, they did it in reverse order, didn't they? The sharks. The killing of the 3 sharks. To the Jaws films. Well, the first 3 Jaws films, I think. Yeah. In reverse order. So the first one were killed, it was blown up on, blown up with gas or whatever, in the kitchen. So did that happened in the, I can't remember now. The third one, didn't it? Yeah, it had the thing in its mouth, didn't it? The third one. The second one, it were electrocuted, which happened in this. He electrocuted it, and the last one, like the first Jaws, he shot it and blew it up or whatever. Was that deliberate? I don't know, but that's what happened. So he's like, "Oh no, Super Tom's dead," and all the bits of the shark are falling into the sea. But here he comes. Look, he's laughing because he's seen him. He's popped up out of the water. There he is. I guess got by another shark. There's been all the other sharks that were attracted to all the blood in the water from that shark, and rip him to pieces as their eyes roll over white. Anyway, there we go. 45-foot shark. Bloody hell. Megalodon. They needed Jason Statham, didn't they, for that? It's a megalodon. Anyway, so, and now he says, now they're there on the sinking platform, I suppose, and he says, "Are you sure there are only 3?" So he lifts his foot out the water. There we go. Lifts his legs out of the water, just in case. And then the boat for the next shift, because it's obviously it's not the weekend anymore. It must be Monday morning. And here come. I was going to show it. Here come the. There we go. Here come the day shift or the week shift or whatever to rescue them. No, they don't know that, do they? And they quit. There we go. It's going back to the ghetto. He says. There we go. And then it ends. And we listen to, I think it's LL Cool J singing it, is it? I don't know, but singing. Had this like a shark's fin. Kiva Goldsman, look, bloody hell, what a hack! But that's the end of Deep Blue Sea. A hugely enjoyable shark film, in my opinion. I do really like it. But I don't think anything happens at the end. Let me see if it is. LL Cool J singing the song. Music supervisor LL Cool J. There you go. Soundtrack. Shark's Fin, performed by LL Cool J. Oh, I missed a bit. They're a bit earlier on where I'm going to go back. If I can find it. Where does he say it now? He says it somewhere, I can't remember where he says it. I think he says it to her before she dies. How? It's not that. Go back further. He says the name of the film. And I forgot about it. I bet I can't find it. Herding us to pushing us where they want, using the flood facility. Here we go. About freedom. Deep Blue Sea. Hang on. Right, I just wanted it so I could do this.
He said it.
And I forgot, didn't I? Because I'm stupid. Anyway, so there we go. That's the end of Deep Blue Sea. The third best killer shark movie. Obviously, Jaws is the best. And Jaws 2, I think, is the second best. I really like Jaws 2. And this is the third best, in my opinion. Justin says, yes, it is him. Yes, it is. You probably said that before I went looking. Fun movie. It is a fun movie. Ladies love James. He's cool. Who's James? Is that LL Cool J? I don't know. Is that his name? Look. Yes, James Todd Smith. Yes, right. Right, so where were we? Yes, that's the end of Deep Blue Sea. A lot of fun. I think it is available on Amazon and all that, and YouTube. I'll put it thing, but I can't bloody remember. Just bear with me. Let me check, because I can't remember. Yes, you can rent or buy it on YouTube, and it is available to rent or buy on Amazon in both the US and UK. Notice I've been checking that now for the US viewers. So there we go. So you can watch it on there, or you can watch the Blu-ray. Is it out on 4K? I don't know. I can't tell much difference between 4K and Blu-ray. To be completely stands for. To be completely honest, not stands for. I read that. That's what the name stands for. Oh, Ladies Love James. Oh, LL Cool J. All right. Ladies Love Cool James. All right. How poetic of him. Oh, dear. So there we go. So that's the end of that. Right. So, yes. Give it a whirl. Really good film. I do. I've riffed it a bit, haven't I? I've taken the mickey, but the sharks in it, I think, are amazing looking. Some of the CG is a bit ropey, but there's not as much CG probably as you might think. There's a lot of practical sharks in it, and I think they're really, really good. They got the fella that did Free Willy and Anaconda, of all things, to do the sharks in this. Can't remember his name, but yeah. So a good film, a good fun film. Thomas Jane, Super Tom, always delivers, doesn't he? And so does Samuel L. Jackson. And although his death were a bit poo, wasn't it? It looked a bit naff. But, whatever. It's right. Right. Done and dusted. What's next? On Wednesday, I might be doing my season 6 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I think that's... I think I might have finished it by Wednesday. We'll see. If not, I'll do something else. On Friday, for this week's Friday Night Point with Fear, we're doing Crimson Peak. Guillermo del Toro's Crimson Peak, a super atmospheric ghost story. Although it's classed as a romance, gothic romance drama or something like that. It's a horror film with ghosts and stuff, and I think it's really good. That's on Friday. And I don't know what I'm doing next Monday yet. Space Shark versus Mecha Panda is better. Yes, it sounds amazing. Mecha Panda. Sorry, images now in my head. Sounds cool. Imagine typing that into an AI. I'm going to do it now. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups. Right. Where's my AI drop picture thing? See if it does anything. Just bear with me. I just want to see what happens. Because we're live and I don't care. AI image generator. Let's see what this does. If I just type in... I forgot what it was now. Space Shark versus Mecha Panda. I just want to see what happens. Cinematic. Yes, well, that style will be cinematic. See what it does. See if we get any cool pictures. I will share them if they are worthy. Just bear with me. Hopefully it won't take too long. Oh dear. When it's ready. It won't take too long. While I'm waiting, I shall remove my bookmarks bar. So you can't see my bookmarks. Not that there's anything interesting there. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I'll just wait. It's going to give us 8 pictures, by the way, for us to look at. I'll wait till it does them all, and then I'll just share the page. What we up to? How many we got? We've got 3 left to go. In AI, wonderful. Anyway, there we go. So, here it is. There they are. Dear. Good old AI. Space Shark versus Mecha Panda. 2 Mecha Pandas there. Like they're snogging more than out. But that's not in space for some reason. I don't know why. And that's definitely a Mecha Panda. That's the best one so far, isn't it? But anyway, there we go. I like that one best. I'm going to save that one. Save that image. Oh, no, don't. Go away. Do it later. So there we go. Space Shark versus Mecha Panda. Right. We're all done and dusted. So, thanks Wingrace and Justin and Quest. Did anybody else pop in that I didn't notice? Pioneering Rosebud with Stream Boo. Oh, that's from TikTok, obviously. I don't think anybody else popped in, did they? I don't think. Let's have a look. No. Right. So we'll leave it there. Oh, I'll just check on Rumble. Make sure nobody's done a comment on Rumble. No, they haven't. Very rarely they do. Did I say TikTok? Twitch. I meant Twitch, obviously. Twitch. I'm not even on TikTok. Why did I mention that? On Twitch. Yeah, anyway, whatever. It's late and I'm old and tired and thirsty and everything, so we'll leave it there. What time is it? It's 11:05 at night. It's my bedtime because I'm 58 years old and I need to be in bed. Right, so we'll leave it there. So, thanks for watching, wherever you are. Watch out for killer sharks. And until next time, look after each other. And until next time, I'll say the...